are to Monstro Mondays. I'm your host, Smiley Monster, and if you're feeling the Monday blues, I'm here bringing the pink. And yes, I am doxxed this week. You can totally see I am a monster. I'm a pink monster in the Monstro universe, and I love it. If you'd like to help Monstro out, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to chat, I'm in the chat section. Come say hi, ask questions, just chat with me. It's all smiley. Let's start this week with our sponsor of the week. And our sponsor of the week this week is Stylish Monstro's Art Lessons. Unleash your inner chimichanga with Stylish Monstro's Art Lessons. Are you tired of staring at the same old boring sunsets? Do you wish your artistic skills were as sharp as your katana reflexes? Well, then put down your phone. I mean, seriously, those battery fees are brutal these days. And grab a paintbrush, because the Merc with a Mouth is here to teach you how to be a crypto caliber artist. Introducing Stylish Monstro's Art Lessons with everyone's favorite fluffy-haired mercenary, Deadpool. Bob Ross. Lawyers made me say that. Forget happy little trees. We're painting happy little chimichangas. Learn to unleash your inner Picasso, or at least your inner Cable, because face it, some of you need more practice than others. In these totally not kidnapping, completely safe art classes, you will learn how to turn a red crayon mishap into the perfect Deadpool mask, how to strategically place those accidents to resemble a totally awesome explosion, because everybody knows explosions are high art, especially when they involve unicorns, and how to hodl your creativity. That means hold it tight, guys, just like you're hodling that Bitcoin you swear will make you a millionaire. I mean, no financial advice here, but seriously, those markets are crazier than Wolverine on a sugar rush. And it includes a bonus lesson. Learn how to sign your masterpiece with a permanent marker. Just kidding. Unless you're feeling particularly rebellious, but seriously, don't. These classes are for the young at heart or the perpetually immature. Age isn't anything but a number, especially when you're too busy learning how to paint the most epic Deadpool you've ever seen. They are for aspiring crypto moguls, because who needs financial literacy when you have a masterpiece hanging on your wall? Just make sure it's good enough to sell as an NFT. And anyone who wants to escape the crushing weight of reality for a few hours. We won't judge if you just want to channel your inner rage onto a canvas. We've all been there. Just keep the splatters on the canvas, okay? Space is limited, so sign up now before Cable shows up and ruins the whole thing. Stylish Monstro's Art Lessons, where the only thing messier than the paint is your sense of humor. P.S. Snacks and chimichangas not included, but feel free to bring your own. Just don't blame me if Deadpool accidentally eats them all. Thank you so much, Stylish Monstro. We appreciate your sponsorship. Now it's time for Monstro Moolah Madness. Farms! We just celebrated our 31st weekly payout, made up of all the earnings from Wednesday, March 13th through Tuesday, March 19th. Payouts are in USDC on the BNB Smart Chain, and they include both Lazarus Pit bonuses and Cycle D bonuses. We earned $64,181.14. Oh my gosh. And that went to 968 recipients, an increase of 38. So $58,307.83 of that went to the holders, and the rest went to the treasury. Now, if you have Genesis series, they've already ROI'd one time. They got 3.44%. Cycle B, 3.44%. Cycle C and Spooky got 3.44%. Cycle D got 4.30%, and Cycle E got 3.44%. And then if you had a Degens Phase 2 NFT, you got $4.29 USDC per unit. Now remember, Cycle D includes the bonus share from those new Cycle E sales. We had 220 this last week. So thank you so much. And we will have news coming out soon about Blobby and about the awesome special NFTs that we're doing the artwork for Whelps and Heroes and Villains. And updates are coming soon. Now it's time for that Monster of the Week. This week it's Brown Eye. Brown Eye is our monster of the week. This fantastic Aussie is a gem. He's got a heart of gold and he has a lot of love for the monster community. He's been hanging around. He's humble. He's positive and he's uplifting. He says he's not a whale yet, but we love his dedication in the server and the socials. He's always supporting everybody. He is pro Monstro. He's friendly. He's funny and always helpful. He goes above and beyond, and he keeps an eye out for monsters who haven't been around lately. He even shouts out, hey, where you been? We miss you. He wants everyone to feel welcome and included. He is an asset to the Monstro family, and we appreciate you, Brown Eye. Thank you so much. Now it's time for Token Tingles.
Look at the camera.
Hey everybody, welcome to Token Tingles. I'm here with V and Bullseye. Hi guys.
Hi Bullseye. This is my monster, and he doesn't want to be up here right now.
That's okay. He didn't pick a token.
He said hello.
Hey, we all say hello back. We love
I guess
our
if he
dog.
picked a token, he'd only pick dog coins, so.
I know. He might do well. You never know.
Yeah?
Yeah. So let's see how we have been doing. And I picked a little purple this time. So for Team V, Teddy Bear is down 14.32%. Win is down, well, this was Friday, 89.33%. AKT was up 82.54%. Rose was up 16.87%. 2CC was down 48.87%. File was up 9.52%. Crazy Bunny went down again, 53.50%. Portal was down 27.06%. And GME is down 24.67%. Yuck.
Yep. So I think this matches what I said last week, where it can flip very quickly with the meme ones. You can be up tons and then you can be down tons, and this illustrates it pretty well.
Yes.
If we look, this kind of teaches you the meme ones are fun. They're good for quick spurts, but if you look at their performance over a couple of weeks, right, all the ones that are actually still positive are utility ones, like Akash, Rose, which is Oasis Network, Filecoin, and all the meme ones are negative. So,
right. And it's interesting because even though sometimes we have our farms, the yield for that goes down, it's still always positive. It's not like a negative. So I think there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, but that is the same thing. Like if people look at the impermanent loss on our farms, it can, switch negative 50% overnight because we are in the high volume pools, which are the high risk, the high APR. But over time, it averages out. But, this, just like holding the tokens, being in those pools, it can flip really quickly. Either way, it can, drop 50% overnight and then the next night be back up 50%. So
that is crazy and good to know. Okay, so Team Smiley, factories down again, 58.46%. Ape was up 37.84%. XNL was up 33.84%. Walk-in was up 36%. PBX down 17.05%. Myria down 13.65%. RVF up 6.44%. OPSEC down 13.13%. And then Demetra 25.84% up. And so now this week, see, I'm up 4.19%. And you were down a little bit, 16.54%. So it's weird because you were way up last week.
Yeah. And then we'll see what hopefully next week swings back the other way for all our stakes, not just on here.
Right. And then Team Guest, AJ's GOAT is still up, but just 11.31%, not as much as it has been. Nate's Poor Woolly is down 79.47%.
I think the mammoths are extinct.
Or frozen. Ben's Sharks is up 73.06%. Coach's Slayer is up 66.12%. Mahdi's Riva is up 41.21%. And then both James Pelton and Pocket Aces picked BioFi. That's up 120.19%. And then JP's IOC is up 16.51%. And so for the average for the guests, it's up 35.56%.
Ooh, so we're losing to the guests, which means we might both have to do something embarrassing. The only thank you we can give out is to Nate for picking Wooly, because without that, the guests would be blowing us away.
I know.
So thank you, Nate.
We appreciate it. Okay, so what did you pick this week?
This week, I went with, I wish they would have called themselves Destro Network, because that's one of my favorite G.I. Joe villains. But since they did not, it is Destra Network. And essentially, it's in that DePIN space. So, it's all about spreading out resources, decentralizing things like GPU, storage space. They have a focus on privacy. I usually don't like picking ones, though, that already just pumped quite a bit, and they have pumped quite a bit the past few days. So hoping the pump's not over. But based on their market cap, I think they have a lot of room to run still for what they're doing. And they're getting a lot of attention and a lot of hype right now. So we'll see if the run continues into the next few weeks. And that is my pick.
Cool. So I picked Beefy. I just wanted to say that, but also, okay, so Beefy is kind of cool. They look across the blockchains and they find some of the greatest yielding smart contracts, and they have a really well thought out roadmap to grow. And they have a TVL right now of 237 million and 614 vaults across 20 chains. So you get your Beefy, you stake it, you earn rewards, and they have auto compounding, which I love. And your crypto is not locked in. You can take it out at any time you want. And so when I just looked, Beefy it's kind of high. It's at $377.40, but they have a fair good amount of volume. They got 269K in the last 24 hours. And I think it could go. And so I'm keeping an eye on that one. And that is my pick.
All right. What is their market cap? Because when you say price, it doesn't much matter the price, right? It depends on their cap.
Okay. You always ask me a question that I don't have the answer to.
Being on your toes.
Okay, so next time I will have all the numbers, but everybody can look up the market cap and see.
Yeah, I can tell you very quickly.
Thank you.
Beefy.
BIFI.
But yeah, it's BIFI. That's what I was going to say. Beefy Financial, right?
Yes.
They have a market cap of $31 million.
Is that good?
I would say, because it's much smaller than their TVL is, that yes, it is a pretty good market cap with a lot of room. And I think, wow, what happened? They had a wick down somehow all the way to 274, and then it came all the way right back up to 387.
Whoa. Okay, so it's starting to move now. Let's see it go up, I hope.
Yeah, so that was probably one person dumping who got bought back really, really quick.
Ooh, that's a good sign.
Yeah, but all right, we shall see how yours does against mine. And how many weeks do we have left now?
3 more weeks.
Uh-oh, we're running out of time.
I know.
Actually, 3 weeks, won't that lead us almost right into the Bitcoin halving when our competition ends?
Exactly. So that would be interesting. So wrap it up before then. What's your prediction for the halving? Do you think that the meme coins are going to pump after that?
Well, I think that the correction right now is going to be the last one. I don't think we'll see a post-halving one. But it's hard to say, because if our friends at Grayscale just keep dumping and everyone's selling because of their crazy high fee, that could run for up to 3 months more. But no, I think this week will be the last week we're stuck around the 60K to 65K. And then once that's done, it'll be quite up and quite fast. But we shall see. I've been wrong many, many times.
Okay. Well, good luck.
But if I'm right, we have it in recording. So
That's true. You can prove it.
all right, I will return you to your Monstro Monday.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so we have been playing games every week on Monstro Mondays, and this week's game is going to take place during my special guest segment, which is coming up in just a moment. So, what I would like you guys to do is to listen and write down your answers and head over to the Discord and open a ticket after the episode and tell me your answers. And everybody who does will get a ticket, and that is to win a Farms E NFT. And so, everybody who's been getting tickets next week will have the drawing and we'll pick the winner of the Farms E NFT. That will be free to the winner. So everybody want to play and just follow along because this is a super fun, really great friend of mine that is our special guest this week. We had a lot of fun putting this together for you guys. And so here we go. We had a special one, which is a Fudbusters special. And here is Serenity. Welcome, monsters, to Fudbusters. I'm Smiley.
And I'm Serenity.
And we are here to bust wide open the fear, doubt, and uncertainty that is keeping you from making the most of the opportunities that crypto has to offer and reaching your financial goals. So, guys, I want you to take a minute and write in the chat your biggest fear related to investing in crypto. And I know it might be hard or even painful, but I want you to try. You see, because part of the power of FUD is that it hides, it lurks, it's whispered, it's a rumor. But we're going to bring those concerns today out in the open and look at them and then fight them with facts. Okay. And you're probably going to notice as you look at everybody else's FUD in the chat, a lot of the other people in this space have the same fears that you do. But I don't want you to feel scared or uncertain or doubting that you can reach your investing goals. You can. You can take back control over your money. And that's what decentralization is all about, right, Serenity?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. And that's one of the great things is it gives the power to the people.
Right. So let's do this together. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Let's Fudbust. Yay. Okay, so let's look at one of the biggest fears that people in this space have. Here's the first one. FUD number 1. Okay, I'm going to move this so that we can actually see everybody, I think. Okay, there's Serenity. FUD number 1. Volatility and sudden price drops are going to totally destroy my portfolio. Ah!
It's the end of the world.
I know, but how many people have actually felt this? You know, you see the charts, everything's going up and down all the time, and all you can think is whatever you have, whatever your bag is going to zero, right? Right.
That is a huge fear. And, especially with as volatile as the markets are, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, you could be up one day and down the next, like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. And I know that feeling.
Yeah, I do too, and then you get so scared that you get paralyzed. You can't even make a buy or a sell because you're doubting yourself. You're thinking, well, what if this was the wrong time? What if I should have done it yesterday? Or what if I do it tomorrow, and then I lose out, right? So here are some strategies, some things that you can practice that will help you fight this fear. Okay, so here's one. Invest for the long term. If those prices go nuts, just Find a project, find an investment, find something that you can invest in and hold it for a long period of time so that you don't have to look at the chart every single day. I mean, Monstro offers that in the farms. You can buy a farm and then passive income is dropped into your wallet every single week. You don't have to worry what the price is.
Exactly. And, that's the biggest thing right now, especially everybody's talking about the hype. You've got the hype of meme coins, airdrops, things like that. But the problem is that's all based on hype. And so if it goes up that fast, it's going to go down that fast.
Right.
What I like to do is I like to invest in the infrastructure. I like to invest in the technology, the projects that are actually bringing something to the table that has a long-term benefit to the community. And it's not just a get rich quick, but it's something that's going to grow and going to evolve that I don't have to monitor and babysit every single day. That lets me sleep peacefully at night.
It does me too. And I have a couple of projects like that. I know that if I want to, I can also DCA in or dollar cost average in. So if you're thinking about this, how many of you out there buy your groceries but spend a different amount every single week or every single month? Some of us do, but some of us live on a budget, right? So you have a fixed amount that you spend every single week or every single month, but over time, when you're setting that amount and investing it regularly, you're not worried so much about what the price of the groceries are or the price of the stock is or the price of the token is. And it's a good strategy for beginners or anyone who wants to invest regularly because you're not worrying about those ups and downs of the market. It's like a set it and forget it. And I have this great graphic here I wanted to share with you. This is for Bitcoin. Now, imagine you only spend $100 a month, right? And you're investing in something. If you started in December of 2017, investing $100 a month in Bitcoin, all the way up to November 2020, and this isn't even what it is today, but this is just a chart to show you just $100 a month. For that period of time, you would have had almost half a Bitcoin. Now today, half a Bitcoin is like $35,000 worth. And all you're doing is setting that simple amount that you budgeted, $100, into Bitcoin every single month. That's what DCAing is. Do you have anything you DCA in, Serenity?
I do. In fact, I've got a whole show called Rags to Riches where we DCA $25 a week. And we do it into strategic projects and mostly into the blue chips, into the long-term holds. And so I've got things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, AVAX, all these different blue chip stocks or cryptos. And I keep investing that same amount. And I don't care if the price goes up or it goes down because I know it's not going to go away tomorrow. And that's the biggest thing is I've done my research and I know I'm ready for it.
Right. Serenity has his own Discord server and he's a YouTube influencer. And so I'm running down at the bottom of the screen the link. You can join his Discord and you can check out Rags to Riches and all of the shows that he has put together. He's done a lot of research. He has a lot of educational tools, especially if you're new to investing or you are interested in how that DCAing will work and how it could work for you, especially if you are either a beginner or you're on a limited budget. Not all of us in this space are whales. And, we still can make and see gains by investing just that small amount every single month, whatever it is for you that you're comfortable with. Again, so that you're not scared to death that your bag is going to drop, your token's going to, go to zero. You can make that little bit of investment and it could totally fight that fear.
Absolutely. And, that's my biggest passion is to help the working class people, the people that don't have the big bags. I mean, they're lucky to scrape up $10 a week or $20 a week. That's okay. That's all it takes is a little bit of research, a little bit of understanding and a dream. And you know what? We can help you change your life forever. But you got to do it smart. And that's why we're here.
Yes. Okay, let's move on to FUD number 2. FUD number 2 is I'm going to get hacked and my wallet's going to get drained and I'm going to lose everything because, that's all that happens all the time. That's all I see. I'm doom scrolling every single night and I'm hearing about everybody losing everything in crypto. I mean, why even bother? Okay, well, first of all, relax. It's okay.
Breathe.
Breathe. Yes.
And these are very valid concerns, and I'm
Mhm.
seeing it all the time. Scammers are working overtime. And the biggest thing you can do here is have an understanding, do your research, practice safe policies. And that's the most important thing here. Now, you can utilize things such as hardware wallets. Those are a great one, like a ledger. But even those can be compromised if you're not using it appropriately. So the biggest thing is think about security. Would you leave your house unlocked when you decide to go on vacation for a week? Well, no, of course you wouldn't. You would make sure that things are monitored, they're tracked, they're keeping it on. You can't just buy something and walk away and expect it to be safe when you get back. So do your due diligence, make sure you're doing safe practices.
Right. And I was going to also say, I love what you said about a hardware wallet. Somebody had already told me, and I may have shared this before, but whatever you're uncomfortable losing, put that on a hardware wallet, and don't touch it. If there's something that you're worried about, if you're on a centralized exchange, only keep it there as long as you need to. Let's say, you're unloading, your fiat and you want to buy something. Just keep it there as long as you need to, and then move it off. Move it into a safe wallet, move it into a hardware wallet. Okay. And just keep an eye on it. Regular, I think Alpha in Monstro likes to call this wallet hygiene. He's the greatest.
Yep.
He said, check it. Don't just always leave it there. I mean, it's great there, but keep an eye on it. Make sure that, you're revoking permissions, that you're checking to make sure nobody's been touching it or doing anything. And never, ever, ever, you know what I'm going to say, right, Serenity?
Never click on links.
Never click on any links. No, I was going to say never, ever, ever, ever give your seed phrase to anyone. No one needs it. And they'll tell you they need it because if you're having a problem, you have a question, they say, oh, just give it to me and I'll help you. I'll walk you through it. No, they don't need it. And I don't know about you, Serenity, but I'm old school. I totally wrote it on a piece of paper and hid it, because some people, what they'll do is they'll take it and they'll put it in their desktop or in their mobile phone, and they'll put it someplace. I was like,
right.
Oh, that's not safe.
No, and no, I definitely agree with that. And I actually have two copies, hard copied on paper, and I have one off-site and one here at home in a fire safe. That way, God forbid something happens here, my house burns down. Hopefully it survives, but if not, I have another copy out there that's secure. But never keep it on an electronic device. Don't take a picture of it. Don't keep it on your computer because that can be compromised.
Right.
And so, yeah, that is the keys to your kingdom. And like you said earlier, Smiley, on the decentralized exchanges, they're great if you're just starting out. They're great for onboarding and offboarding. We have to do that. We have to go through them. I get that. But please understand, that's a custodial wallet. They have full control. So if you want to do anything through a centralized exchange, you have to get their permission. And a lot of them don't play well in the DeFi space. So keep it there only as long as you need to. After that, take control because it is your financial future.
That's good advice. And I also want to say that Alpha over in Monstro is our guardian. He's our protector. He has in the safety channel, and I just want to pull it up real quick. He has constant safety alerts. When he pops those up, just take a moment and look at them because often it's really great advice and it could be something that you need to know in order to keep yourself from getting scammed, from having your wallet drained. Just takes a moment to just look at it and make sure it doesn't apply to you, or if it does, or you can share it with somebody else. But he takes the time to learn all the latest scams, all the latest hacks and risks and things that could jeopardize your safety. And he posts them. He protects our Discord. He's a great guy to have in Monstro. And so I just wanted to just give him a little shout out and say, yeah, those are actually important to read and to take a look at.
They are, absolutely. And, right now the scammers are working overtime. They're trying to get a hold of it. So any links you see, any Twitter, Discord, Facebook, anywhere you see something, if it's got a link, those can be modified to hack your wallets. So verify the source before you ever click any links, before you ever interact with any contract. Make sure you're at the authentic location for it. Super critical there.
Right. That is actually really good advice. And I was looking over here. I have it. VirusTotal.com is a great resource running along the bottom of the screen there. You can put a link in there, and it's not 100% secure, but it's pretty close, and you can scan all kinds of links in there, and it just gives you peace of mind. And it takes a minute to just scan something that really could be a red flag or something dangerous. And a lot of times we'll see this in the socials. Somebody will say, I got scammed, and we're like, what did you do? And they're like, oh, I clicked a link and I knew better. I shouldn't have clicked it. I should have checked it, and I didn't. I got lazy. And you're like, no, that was totally avoidable. So yeah, just take the extra time to check it out. It's worth it.
Absolutely. And 99% of all hacks are avoidable if we do our due diligence. If we practice safe policies, we make sure we're up to speed. So the biggest thing out there, be safe, because we are 100% accountable for our own actions.
It's true. You can't go running around blaming everybody else when you're not doing what you should. It's just dumb.
Yep.
Okay, moving on to FUD number 3. I'm going to miss out on the next big thing. I mean, I am seeing this now, aren't you, Serenity, with all the meme coins and, everybody's, oh, I just bought into that and it mooned, I'm rich. And I'm like, well, I didn't. Did you, Serenity?
Nope, I didn't. All the ones that I tried to buy into, no, they all went down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. And this is a great mindset, because that is one of the biggest feeding frenzies that social media operates on. They want to build a hype. They want to get people in there. But that is when you need to be the most cautious and the most diligent on doing your own research and practicing the safe policies of research.
Yeah, not just scammers have gotten very sophisticated, but marketers have. They know that those people who've been in the space, they know how to push your buttons and get exactly what you want. And then for new people too into this space, they know how to get them interested, get them lured in. So you have to, first of all, be kind of, skeptical about anything you see out there. Don't just, assume that it is the next big thing. One, do your own research. We say that all the time, but actually check it out. Is what they're promising even reasonable? Is it possible? Are they promising 10,000 APY? Is that actually possible? I don't know, but you really need to take the time to check it out. Don't just jump in, because one of the things they'll do, Serenity, is they'll say, you have to get in now. If you don't get in today, this moment, this pre-sale, you're going to lose out.
But, exactly. And they feed off that. They feed off that emotional. Yes. And essentially what they're doing is they're feeding off the needs of the people, because we all need to be in a better financial situation. Right. They know that. And make no mistake, these people have dedicated their life to pushing your buttons and getting your hype built up to make it presented just right, just like the TV commercials. That's all they do, and they're very good at it. And so it's very important for each of us to stop, take a breath, back up, say, hey, let me go research this first. I might miss a couple dollars of gain. You know what? It's worth it, because if I just jump in and it wrecks, then I've lost everything. So I'd much rather risk a couple dollar loss than risk my entire portfolio.
I think that's a great idea too. And you told me about this, dextools.io. You can look for projects in there. I mean, because you may be wondering, where do I find out about these great projects? Nobody's talking about them. Go look yourself. There's the hot pairs. There's all kinds of new projects that are being listed, and you can see all their socials. You can check them out. You can look at the chart. You can also see if they've been audited or not. There's red flags that pop up on the side if you kind of check out a little bit more about the contract. Do a little time and, try to find for it yourself. But then also there's some great influence out there, like Serenity, who will take the time to research these projects for you and do a lot of that dirty work, so to speak, where just finding out the basics, that's doing your own research, and I know it's time consuming, and a lot of us have full-time jobs, we have families, we don't have the time to check all that out. But find influencers that you feel you can trust or have a good track record, check them out as well. And Serenity does. He's been in this space. He's been putting out a lot of good content, and he has principles. He's not going to just do any project. But do you want to share a little bit more about how that works for you?
Absolutely. And yeah, that's one thing that I think is really critical. I'm not the biggest influencer out there, but I am one of the most authentic. And if I do research a project, I'll let you know up front. Hey, it's sponsored. It's not. I hold this back. I don't hold this back. I believe in this or I don't. That's part of the contract that I have to sign with every project I deal with, because I'm going to give you my honest opinion. And I think that's really important. So many influencers out there are there to try to raise their own bags. So what they'll do is they'll buy a token. Then they'll start putting out content to raise the value of that token. So once it goes up, they can sell their bag and make profits. That's not the way to do it. And that's why you really need to do your own research. You need to understand who's holding that token. What are the risks involved with it? What are the long-term holds? And how many are already out there? In fact, the very last Rags to Riches, we talked about that on meme coins. That the understanding that the first people in have huge bags of it. And all they're doing is waiting for you to get in and then take your money. Because that's what they're going to do, because you're going to pay so much more for it. So the biggest thing is, don't listen to anybody out there. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to Smiley. Do your own research and listen to yourself. Make your own decisions, because that is where the true responsibility comes into play.
Yes, and make a plan. Don't invest more than you can actually afford to lose. So many people in this space have thought they found the next big thing, and they invested all their entire retirement fund or their kids' college fund, or, way more than they thought that they were going to lose. But you know what? It's always a bad idea, because nothing is like completely certain in this life. Even Bitcoin, we all, a lot of us believe in it, but something weird can happen. None of us thought COVID was going to hit and almost the world was going to shut down. That was like something we weren't foreseeing. So
Right.
Definitely have a plan. How much are you comfortable with losing or investing, or what are your levels for when you want to exit that project or that token? And don't get caught up in the FOMO. Say, hey, I'm comfortable when it 2x's or 10x's. I'm getting out. Doesn't matter if everybody else tells me it's going to go 100x. If that's your limit, get out.
Exactly. And that's one thing we practice on Rags to Riches, and we preach that, is taking profit. You will never go wrong taking profit. So if you invest in something and it does a 2x, take out half. That's your initial. Now, whatever it does, if it goes to the moon, great. That's free money. But you've taken out your initial, and you utilize the strategic investing practices. Because if not, it's really easy to sit there on the back and say, oh, it's going to go higher. And it goes a little higher. And say, oh, it's going to go higher. And then it crashes and burns in a heartbeat. And you've lost everything because you didn't take profit. So you've got to utilize strategic investing principles to succeed.
Yes. And you know what? I think that one of the coolest things about this space is there's always something new coming.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to dry up anytime soon. So if you missed that last meme coin, guess what? There's more coming. There's more projects. There's more opportunities. More people are entering the space all the time. So don't worry. If you missed one, get the next one.
Exactly. And the great thing is you can analyze the success of the last one. Look for that pattern in the next one, because now you know what it takes to succeed. So that's actually experience. Utilize that, harness that, and put it in your financial journey forward.
Right. Okay, moving on to FUD number 4. This one is, the technology is always changing. What if my investment is in a project that becomes obsolete? Oh no. And I think this is actually one that a lot of more experienced investors are a little bit concerned about, because we've seen that, and I've called it the crypto Wild West. Things change fast, like crazy. And, how do we keep up in this? So one of the things I like to look for is I like to get to know the team. Enter the socials, ask questions, get to know, hey, is there a roadmap? What are your plans for the future? How will you handle obstacles that come up for the team? And investigate. Spend a little bit of time getting to know it before you jump in.
Exactly. And I think that's very important, because eventually when you're investing into a project, you're actually investing into the team, their vision, their belief, and their goals. It's less about the project and more about the people driving it because they're the ones who are going to make the decisions. But also, one thing I like to do is I like to invest in the technology, the infrastructure, the things that are moving forward, because I'm not going to invest in something that's outdated. I don't want to buy a cell phone that's 5 years old. I want to buy one that's coming out tomorrow because I know it's going to last longer. So utilize what has happened in the past, what type of infrastructure it's growing into, like AI, things along those lines, supercomputers. That's moving forward, the decentralized financial system. If you go back to the analytical system and invest in that, kind of going backwards. So I like to go for the foundation myself. How about you, Smiley?
I like to look at projects that solve real world problems. And I'm so curious about what new projects are going to be coming up and trying to put regular finance and regular commerce onto the blockchain because I think there's a lot of benefits to it. For example, and I've said this before, banking. Okay, I am so tired of the banking, one, taking forever to access my money. Two, to have all those fees and taxes being charged on me. And, I think that there's so many opportunities to streamline that, to make it faster, more efficient. And then also, I love that it's more transparent. I can see where my money is at pretty much every moment as it moves from one person to another, to me, or back to someone else. And that, I think, is definitely a good bit of evidence, I guess, that this is technology that will be in use in the future to come. It's not just, oh, look, it's kind of cool, but then it's going to be yesterday's news. And I like to also see as more and more real world companies get into blockchain technology, it gives a little bit more experience and evidence. And I think it's also improving the technology. And I wanted to show this. This is kind of cool. This is fairly recent. These are different top institutions and companies that are getting into blockchain adoption. You can see some are still researching it, some are in pilot stages and in development, and some are in complete production of moving all of their commerce or their finances or, different major parts of the company onto the blockchain. And when you see these big multi-million billion-dollar companies getting into it, that makes me feel more confident that this is the place to be and this is going to last a while.
Exactly. And, we say it time and time again, we are still in the infancy of cryptocurrency. A lot of people think they're late. It's like, oh, there's already millionaires being made, everything else. But please understand, we are on the cusp of the next evolution. The new BlackRock ETFs have bridged that gap to traditional finance to digital currency. And I've been saying this for years. Digital currency is the wave of the future. All we're missing now is a streamlined effect to get from fiat to crypto and back again, or just have crypto accepted worldwide. There's going to be a huge shift, and we are at the very start of that, just like the list you just showed. It's a lot of companies backing the cryptocurrency. So I'm pretty excited.
Me too. And it really kind of leads into the fifth FUD that I wanted to share with everyone. And this is crypto's never going to be adopted by the mainstream and the bull run is never going to happen. And I've heard this over and over again, especially by a lot of traditional finance advisors. And I wonder sometimes, do they really believe this or is it just pure fear? Because I was talking to a friend of mine recently, and he was surprised. Nobody really thought when those Bitcoin spot ETFs were approved that they were going to be as popular as they were, and billions are pouring into them. They have overwhelmed everyone's expectations, and it's like everybody was just waiting to jump into this, and that FOMO is actually real right now.
Yeah. And, we've talked about this a couple months ago in Rags to Riches. Cyril and I had a very long discussion on exactly why the ETFs are doing this. And we have to understand that an ETF is constant buy pressure from retirement funds, from 401ks, things like this. Once that is approved, that means that traditional finance now has the access to the digital marketplace and the approval by the US government. That is huge. That is absolutely evolving from the old fiat system to the new digital cryptocurrency system, and we're going to see a whole lot more changes. And it's interesting on that fear there, because one of the things that I've talked about time and time again is that social media has put for years a very negative connotation on digital currency. But there's a lot of thoughts about, are they trying to slow it down so that the traditional markets can speed up? What's going to happen to a bank if they no longer have need for fiat currency? That's what they're trying to figure out. So me personally, I think a lot of the FUD and the fear that people have talked about, it's not going to hit mainstream. I think that's kind of a ploy by the big businesses to slow it down so they can get caught back up to where the financial future is going. Just my opinion. What do you think, Smiley?
I think so too. And I think that as you're seeing this intersection between traditional finance and crypto, and then AI, you had mentioned that before too, that is really big right now, and it has exploded, and they're trying to keep an eye on what direction they want to drive the investing. And so many people are now using the tools that are available in order to speed up the process, so to speak. So it's kind of like you kind of need to jump on board if you are an institution or you are a company, or you are going to get left behind, and you're going to find a lot of investors are going to go somewhere else where they can get what they want. And
Exactly.
So I think you're seeing a lot of FOMO there as well. But that can be a good thing, because it puts a little bit of pressure on them to keep up with the technology and keep current,
Exactly. And, that's the thing is, at my age, I'm not a spring chicken. And, I remember when the dot-coms hit. I remember when cell phones were, that's just a fad. Or home computers. Well, we don't need one of those. That's just silly.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back today, and I've always been kind of a techie, geeky kind of guy. I've always loved the technology. And luckily, I was on the forefront of each of those. And because of that, I was able to see what tomorrow holds long before most people my age do. And I can tell you right now, even being an old guy like me, the financial future is moving into the digital realm. And so if you're not getting involved in it now, you're going to wake up tomorrow, the day after, and realize, hey, guess what? Your bank no longer has a bank. You don't have a building to go into. It's all digital. It's all online. It's all electronic. It's going to happen.
Right. And then there's going to be a huge fear, because you're going to have a lot of people who don't know what to do. And so, like I said before, I have this passion for people coming into the space who don't know how to open a wallet, don't know what to do. And we're here, go to Down Home Crypto, go see Monstro and Alpha and the team that are there. We're all there to answer your questions. We're happy to answer your simple questions of, how do I buy this? How do I stay safe? How do I open a wallet? How do I transfer this NFT? Because we don't want you lost. We don't want you losing your funds. We want to help you so that you can feel comfortable and navigate this space and meet your goals, because that's what we're all here for. And they're all different goals. We're all here, of course, to make money, but we all have different amounts, different, limits. And so don't be afraid to speak up and say, hey, I need help, or I'm not quite certain where to go. We'll help you.
Exactly. And that's one thing I've always said on Down Home Crypto is, it doesn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are, your class, your education, your ethnicity, none of it matters. Mm-hmm. The only thing that matters is you have the courage to change your life. And that's it. That's all you need to join this great crypto adventure, is a little bit of courage, and we will help guide you, we'll educate you, teach you, and show you what you need to do. Not where you should put it, but just how to do it appropriately. So if you ever have any questions, jump out. Smiley, myself, anybody in the community will help you out, and we're always here for you.
Yeah, and I love what you had said earlier. Don't listen to us. Go find this information. We can help guide you where to find it, but go and check it out yourself and see, what you need to know. And don't just let anybody tell you, oh, buy here, invest here. We even do that in Monstro. You come in and you say, I don't want that. We're like, okay, that's cool. But, if you want to know about it, we'll give you the information. We're there more to educate you than be salespeople. We'd love for you to invest in Monstro. We believe in it, but we're not there to twist your arm and make you buy it. That's just wrong.
Exactly. And that's the biggest thing is, anytime somebody says, hey, you should buy this because I say so, personally, I run the other way. And I recommend doing the same. Make your own decisions, because in this digital crypto world, you are 100% accountable for your own decisions. So don't let somebody else make them for you.
Right.
Decide for yourself. We're here to help you any way we can. Looking forward to it. But I will never tell you this is what you need to do right now or else. Not going to happen.
No, that's pretty much a big red flag. If you hear
Right.
that from someone, you know that they're just there to sell you something. And that's putting their sale in front of you. You know, it's making it more important than you. And no, you are important, you know, and what you want, that's very important. And you should put that first.
Absolutely. Well said, Smiley.
Thank you. Okay, so are you ready to play a game?
Ooh, I like games. Okay, what are we playing?
Get rich quick. Isn't that a terrible name?
That is a horrible name. Who made up this name?
I did.
Okay, that's fair. I love you, but yeah, the name, you got to work on that because I haven't figured it out yet. In fact, I think if it's a get rich quick, it's probably not going to succeed because personally, I like more strategic investing. But let's play the game anyway. What do you got?
Okay, so let's start with Crypto Lingo Blitz. Okay, so I am going to test your crypto vocabulary, Serenity. Are you ready?
Pop quiz. I didn't study. Oh God. Okay. Let's do it.
Okay, and if you're listening, feel free to type your answers into the chat. And I'm going to read the definition related to crypto and blockchain technology, and you let me know what you think the answer is. Okay, so here's the first one. This process validates cryptocurrency transactions. What am I?
Come on, somebody answer so I know what to say. Oh, I like that answer. Okay, validator.
Well, yes. And you could also have put a node, or you could also have answered mining as well. There's a couple of different answers there.
Yeah, good job. Thank you for the answers. Yeah, keep them coming. I need all the help I can get here, guys.
Okay, number 2. This technology allows for secure and transparent record keeping. What am I?
Come on. Blockchain technology.
Yes, you got it right. Excellent.
Thank you down there.
Blockchain. That's awesome.
Me too.
Okay, and here is the third question. I can be split into smaller units and used for transactions. What am I? I can give you a clue if you get stuck.
Yeah, nobody's typing yet. Okay, what's the hint?
Bitcoin. Think Bitcoin. Starts with an S?
Yeah, I like that. Okay, Satoshi.
Yes! Da-da-da!
Yes! Thank you.
You can move on to the next round. This called Tweet or Treat, okay? I'm going to show you real tweets from famous people about crypto, and you're going to tell me if the tweet is bullish or bearish. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, here's the first one. Elon Musk said, cryptocurrency is promising. Just need to work on its scalability and ensure it's environmentally sustainable. Is that bullish or bearish? What do you think?
I would think that's bearish.
You think so, huh? Why?
Or no, bullish. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was going to
Bullish go up. There's gonna. Wow. I'm not listening to you down there in chat anymore. No. Okay. Bullish.
Yes. Okay, here's the next one.
Okay.
Cameron Winklevoss said, Bitcoin is the apex predator of money. It's unstoppable, unchangeable, and borderless. Embrace the revolution. Is that bullish or bearish? Yeah.
That's totally bullish there. And
Yeah.
I concur and totally agree.
Yeah, I do too. It is a revolution, isn't it? It's changing
it
the
is.
whole landscape.
Yep.
And here's the third one. Warren Buffett said, cryptocurrencies have no inherent value and attract charlatans. Stay away from them if you want to build real wealth. Bullish or bearish?
That is FUD.
Yeah,
Bearish.
that's a bit funny, isn't it? Yeah.
And, you know, I got to tell you a story, Smiley.
Sure.
Let's set time back about 9 years ago.
Okay.
I, not knowing about cryptocurrency, not understanding it, had a conversation with my wife at the time. And I believe my exact phrasing was, why would I buy an imaginary money I can't even hold in my hand? This Bitcoin thing is stupid. Who would ever do that? Yeah, I said that almost 10 years ago. Why don't I feel stupid today?
Aw. You know, you can't look back and feel too bad. A lot of people felt that way at the time. I mean, I'm amazed by some of those people who did buy Bitcoin and held it all this time. That was just so forward thinking and just phenomenal.
It was. And, you know, the important lesson there is we all have to learn at some point in time. And so never feel stupid. Never feel that I'm too late, because you're not. The simple fact that you're here is amazing. You're still so early to this entire digital environment. So be excited. Learn everything you can, and we'll help you anywhere we can.
Absolutely. Okay, here's a word scramble. Are you ready for this one?
Oh, now I'm okay. You guys better be answering me down there. You got to give me some help here, because obviously I'm messing this up. Okay, what do you got?
I'm giving Serenity 10 seconds. Ready? Go. What is this word?
Tobacco and alcohol. No. Blockchain.
Very good. You got it. And that was in less than 10 seconds. I wonder how many people in the chat did.
The one who typed really fast. Thank you. You guys are saving me on this. I didn't know there was a pops quiz.
Okay, this one's called All or Nothing. This is a high risk, high reward question, and you get it right and you can double your score, but if you get it wrong, you lose all your points. You ready?
I don't want to play no more. Okay, let's do it.
The question is, will Bitcoin reach $100,000 by the end of the year?
I can say with 100% certainty, yes. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because you didn't specify what year.
That's a good point.
So, yes, it absolutely will. What year? I don't know. But mathematically, it has to. There's no way it's not going to. And so it's one of those where, will it be 2024? Will it be 2025? I don't know. But I guarantee it will hit that.
A lot of financial analysts are predicting this, so it'll be very interesting to see when. I think that's the more key question than, you know, will it, but when will it?
Exactly. And by the way, that's a great lesson for everybody watching. Whenever you see a question, whenever you see a statement and you're doing your research, dig a little deeper. Ask the next question. Never take it just at surface. So even though that popped up, I don't have to read just what was there. I have to read between the lines, and I have to dig a little deeper. Do that with any crypto investment and anybody that you're talking to or researching, because that is what's going to save you.
It's true. And good advice. Okay, bonus round. You ready?
Yes, bonus round. Okay.
I'm going to show you a picture, and you have to find the crypto logo in the picture. And if you guess the correct crypto logo, you win the game. Are you ready?
Where's Waldo? Okay, let's go.
Basically, it's about where's Waldo? Okay, here it is. What's the logo?
I know.
What?
B&B.
Very nice. Yes. I think you know this because, and I've had to learn this as well, when you go in and you're on a swap and you're trying to get your token or, you know, get one for another, at first you see all of them. And if you are new to crypto and you look in there and you just see all these little logos and you have no idea which chain or which token they are, you are not alone. Feel free to ask questions, ask for help, because I got in there the first time. I went, I don't know what any of these are. They assume that you know the logo,
Right.
But over time, you get to become more familiar with them. But again, don't get lazy and accidentally click the wrong one or approve a transaction that you didn't want to buy because you're stuck with it.
Exactly. And yeah, it is so, it's scary. It's absolutely terrifying when you're just getting into it. But remember, there's never such thing as a stupid question, only one you don't know the answer to. So whatever you have a question to, feel free to reach out to myself, to Smiley, or anybody in the community, and just ask. We are always here to help.
Absolutely. And if at the beginning of this you wrote down your fear and it wasn't one of the ones that we shared here, feel free to stop into one of our socials. You can stop into Down Home Crypto, and I'm running that again right there underneath Serenity. Stop in and join the Discord and ask. Everybody in there is really friendly, really helpful, and happy to take your questions. Also, I wanted to share here the one for Monstro. If you're not already in the Monstro Discord server, hop in and say hi. You can even tag me. I don't mind. People do it all the time. Just look for Smiley Monster and ask me any question you want. Well, within reason. Be polite, please. But ask, and I'm totally happy. I'm almost always on there, or I'm checking it, and I don't mind. Just ask me, hey, I'm trying to buy this token. I have no idea what this is. I don't mind. And if it's too technical for me, I always ask one of the guys because they're really smart in the server and they can answer pretty much anything that I ask them. So it's really cool.
Absolutely. And yeah, you can ping me in Monstros as well. I am a Monstro holder, and I'm a proud member, and it's one of my greatest holdings. It's a great long-term safe bet. And so I hang out in Monstros as well. So you can always find us. In fact, you can even find Smiley Down Home Crypto too. We're kind of everywhere. It's a great thing.
We're everywhere. So if you were feeling scared that your portfolio was going to go to zero, if you were scared you were going to get hacked, you were scared that you were going to miss out on the next big thing, if you were scared that the technology is going to pass you by, or you were scared that crypto is never going to get adopted, the bull run will never happen, and all your investments are just going to sit there doing nothing, arm yourself, educate yourself, and join a community to support you as well, because you're not in this alone. There's me, there's Serenity, there's all the monsters in Monstro, all the friends in Down Home Crypto. We're all there to help you, support you, and give you encouragement. You don't have to live in fear. You don't have to worry all the time, because worry is totally unproductive. It doesn't help you at all. It's not going to grow your bags, and it's not going to make your life any better. So let's ditch it, and let's support and encourage each other, and let's take back control over our money, our funds, our investments, so that we can all succeed in this space. Right, Serenity?
Absolutely. Well said. And I couldn't agree more. The biggest thing is, don't just let fear freeze you in your tracks. Because if so, you're going to look back 20 years from now and you're going to be in the exact same situation. So the biggest thing today is take that first step, whatever it is. Ask the question, reach out, open a wallet, start an account, buy your first crypto, learn strategic investing practices. Whatever it is on your journey, wherever you need help, reach out to us. We're always here to help.
We are. And this was a pleasure, Serenity. You won the game.
Yay, I won. And I want to say thank you to everybody in the community who threw the answers out, because you saved me more than once. So I wouldn't have won without your support. And that's what this is all about, because we're here to make sure that everybody succeeds, not just one. And that's why we are a community and not just a get-rich-quick scheme. So thank you, everybody. Smiley, thank you so much for having me. This is an absolute blast.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for listening. We hope it made your Monday a little bit more pink and smiley. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay, monsters, let's face it. The crypto space can get fuddy fast. But don't be scared. There's ways that we can all win. So remember, fight fire with knowledge. Research the projects, learn about the scams, and use those awesome safety apps out there, and double check everything, guys. And find your crypto crew. Supportive communities are gold. They help you navigate the ups and downs, and they keep the good vibes going, like in Monstro. And have a plan. Set a budget you're comfortable with. Know your limits. But really, guys, have fun. And if you're in crypto like I am for a long time, you need these tools to support your journey. So let's ditch the FUD, educate ourselves, find our fam, and make a plan to win together. Now, I won't be here next week, monsters. I'm taking a road trip, and I'm going to meet some real-world monsters and share the monster love. But I'll be back the following week. And until then, guys, keep smiling.